ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فقد قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة ويروى وكل ضلالة في النار صدق الله وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم. Sisters are there. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam and dear respected students, I'm very thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. نحمد الله على آلائه ونشكره على نعمائه, and that is one of the Ala'ullah and Na'ma'ullah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us this opportunity, that we are sitting here in this institution, going to an educational institution and especially religious institution. This mere visit is also considered a ibadah, because here the tadris of the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going on. Tadris of the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is going on. Tadris of fiqh, Usul Ul Fiqh, ulum aliyah and ulum amaliyah, that is going on. And through knowledge and ilm, we are getting in touch with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As you know that whatever word is coming out of our mouth, if that is a good kalima, ilayhi yas'adul kalimu tayyib wal amalu salihu yarfa'uhu. Every good kalima and good words is going up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and same is the case of amal salih. وَالْعَمَلُ الصَّالِحُ يَرْفَعُهُ ضَمِيرِ مُسْتَطِرٍ إِنْ يَرْفَعُهُ. That is raji' to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah picks it up. Or ضَمِيرِ مُسْتَطِرٍ إِنْ يَرْفَعُهُ. That is raji' to al-amal salih. So then the bariz one, the who, which is maf'ul here in this sentence, that is raji' to the amil of amal salih. So the first meaning will be that wal amalu salihu yarfa'uhu Allahu ila nafsi. And we are connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through kalimat salihah and amal salihah. And that is going towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the angels of Malay Allah, الذين يحملون العرش ومن حوله يسبحون بحمد ربهم. Hazrat Imam Waliullah rahimahullah, he says whatever orders and farman is coming from Allah's side, so first it comes to a place. Imam calls it At-Tajalli al-A'zam. And from that place, it comes to a Shakhs al-Akbar, which is a common center, or you can call it common satellite for the whole world. And therefrom it comes down to the angels of Malay Ala, or angels of high plenum. And the angels of high plenum, they are giving it to the angels of Malay Safil. And then the angels of Malay Safil, they are mukallaf to bring it to the particle concerned, to bring it to the person concerned. And from here, the same process that is coming down hear from our a'mal salihah or our kalimat salihah, they are going towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and thus we get connected to Allah. And that's why when a dars of Quran is going on, a dars of Hadith is going on, a talk and bayan in accordance with Quran and Sunnah is going on, we are feeling satisfaction. We are feeling mental tranquil. Why? Tranquil and mental peace. That is actually the quality and the feeling of your ruh. And ruh is jawhar mujarrad, not maddi. That is immaterial element. That is not a material entity. And as you know, that tajarrud is the sifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when that connection takes place, so it means from alam madi, to some extent, we are migrated to alam mujarrad. And the moment you will get transferred to alam mujarrad in one way or the other, so it means that your ruh is getting satisfied. Ibn Umar radiyallahu ta'ala an narrates a hadith. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, مَجْتَمَعَ قَوْمٌ فِي بَيْتٍ مِّن بُيُوتِ اللَّهِ يَتْلُونَ كِتَابَ اللَّهِ وَيَتَدَارَسُونَهُ إِلَّا حَفَّتْهُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَغَشِيَتْهُمُ الرَّحْمَةُ وَنَزَلَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ السَّكِينَةُ وَذَكَرَهُمُ اللَّهُ فِي مَنْ عِنْدَ رواه الترمذي. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, when people get together in a bayt of buyutullah, every bayt is baytullah. Every bayt is a bayt of buyutullah. And especially where the talk in accordance with Quran and Sunnah is going on. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, when people get together, they are either reciting the book. So why with recitation only, without understanding it? Still with tilawa we are getting some type of tranquil. Because Kitabullah is Kalamullah. And Kalamullah is sifa from Sifatullah. And that is as qadeem and ephemeral, eternal, as the entity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. So we don't understand. But if ignorantly you will dial the telephone, the specific digits, so it will get connected somewhere, even though your intention was not there. Just understand it like this. So your telephone accidentally got connected somewhere, and therefrom somebody said, hello, have your name please. So when you recite Holy Quran, you got connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even though you don't understand that what this ayah says. That's why tilawat of Quran itself is ibadah. Without understanding the meaning of Quran. If the meaning of Quran, knowing of it, that was must. So then without understanding Quran, our prayer was not done. Why nobody has given this fatwa? All common lay people, they are praying their prayer. They don't understand what they recite, what it means. Can we say that their prayer is not done? Say, we cannot say. And why it is so? Let me tell you another thing. That naturally Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has engraved or imprinted all the ayat of Quran in the nature of human. That's what Imam Waliullah said, rahmatullahi alayh. And that is the case. When you recite Quran or you listen to Quran, you get the satisfaction because device is clicking the device. You are getting what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not flying that high. Yeah, I'm on low altitude. So anyhow, Imam Waliullah is flying very high. But I'm trying, because I'm not that powerful, my engine is not that good in flight. So anyhow, my dear respected brothers and respected students, but I will say respected ulama, because most of you are ulama bil quwwah. Yes? And only in months, you will become ulama bil fa'al. Yes? You will get graduated, and you will be ulama bil fa'al. And I was a student, I am a student and want to be a student until my death. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep me as a student. So anyhow, somebody asked me, that Shaykh, why you say I'm a student? I said to make my job easy. So he said what it means. He said that when I say that I'm a student, so if I say something wrong and someone will make an objection to, so I will say, brother, that is not a problem because I'm a student. I never claimed that I'm a alim. And a student has to make mistakes. So that will be to be on the safe side. So anyhow, my dear respected brothers and sisters, I am lucky that I am sitting here with you, especially in this material world, in this very developed world, in this very developed country, America, and I see your faces have a glow, and that glow, that is actually the symbol and sign of your strong iman in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So anyhow, مجتمع قوم في بيت من بيوت الله يتلون كتاب الله ويتدارسونه. Some of them they are teaching تدارس باب التفاعل, and باب التفاعل it has the خصوصية of مفاعلة, and مفاعلة its one quality is العمل من الجانبين. زارب يزارب مزاربة. Yes, one مزاربة is there on financial side. Another muzaraba with mulaqama, yes, hitting one another. So zaraba yuzaribu muzarabatan, that is mufa'ala. So anyhow, I don't know whether Fusul al-Bari and Shafiyah ibn Hajib, that's included in course or not. Mufti Ajaz? Okay. So anyhow, in khususiyat al-abwab, bab al-tafa'ul, it has the khususiyat of mufa'ala. And in mufa'ala, what the root letter or radical letter of the bab is. So that amal is taking place from both sides. So dear respected brothers and sisters, وَيَتَدَارَسُونَهُ. And what is tadarus? So tadarus is tafa'ul. The root letters or radical letter is dal, ra, sin, dars. And therefrom, درس يدرس تدريسا فهو مدرس ودرس يدرس تدريسا فذاك مدرس لم يدرس لم يدرس لن يدرسا لن يدرسا لا يدرسوا لا يدرسوا الأمر منه ادرس والنهي عنه لا تدرس وأفعل التفضيل المذكر منه أدرسوه والمؤنث منه درسا إلى آخره. So that is one. And another one, درس يدرسو. So درس يدرسو and درس يدرسو. To make a distinction between مدرس is the teacher and دارس from درس يدرسو, that is the student. The talib is daris and the teacher is mudarris. Yatadarasun. So it means one is mudarris, another one is daris. One is muallim, the other one is muta'allim. One is teaching Quran, the other one is learning Quran. So yatadarasun. Illa haffathumul malaika. The malaika and the angels, they are making a hafa around them. And hafat, that is in hadith, there is one word, hafat al-turuq. Hafat al-turuq, the atraf of turuq and roads. So it means that the angels, they surround them from all around. Illa hafathumul malaika. So they are on the hafat. Yeah, because the malaika, they are actually moving in two dimensions, up and down. Got it? And the jinn, they are moving in four directions. آتينهم من بين أيديهم ومن خلفهم وعن أيمانهم وعن شمائلهم ولا تجد أكثرهم شاكرين. And we, the human, we are moving in six directions. Up and down, front and back, right and left. And the scholars, means the scientists, They say, they depend. There are unique type of human. They are moving even in 15 directions. So those people are special people. Like as we see someone genius, because his movement is in more than 6 directions. So anyhow, the point is, يَتَدَارَسُونَهُ إِلَّا حَفَّتْهُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَغَشِيَتْهُمُ الرَّحْمَةُ. Malaika are all around. Rahmah is Ghashiyan from all 6 dimensions, covering you from all 6 dimensions. وَغَشِيَتْهُمُ الرَّحْمَةُ. And thus the result is, وَنَزَلَتْ عَلَيْكُمُ السَّقِينَةُ. As I told you, that already you dialed the number. Connection is taking place. So Rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is coming down on you. Just tell me the truth. Yes, when the class is done, and you go out of madrasa to your iqamatgah or whatever, so there you do not feel the same tranquil what you feel there inside the class. Because disconnected. Got it? So وَغَشِيَتْهُمُ الرَّحْمَةُ وَنَزَلَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ السَّكِينَةُ and وَذَكَرَهُمُ اللَّهُ فِي مَنْ عِنْدَهُ. That is the highest degree. وَذَكَرَهُمُ اللَّهُ فِي مَنْ عِنْدَهُ. What's your governor's name here in Chicago, Illinois? You don't know. There's no need of. But anyhow, the President of America, his name is Joe Biden. If somebody will tell you that I was there in our office, Joe Biden, he was talking about you, how much you will feel proud. President, leader of the world, he was mentioning my name. Here Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, وَذَكَرَهُمُ that you people are mentioned there on Arsh to the angels, Karrubiyin, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What's your name? Sayyid. Your name? Barakatullah. Yes. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling his angel, Sayyid is sitting there in the Bukhari as a student. Barakatullah is sitting there. You feel proud of that mentioning or not? Say. Say. Yes. In Hadith, it is narrated. وَأَقْرَهُمْ أُبَيُّ بْنُ كَعْبٍ. وَأَقْرَهُمْ أُبَيُّ بْنُ كَعْبٍ. So Aqra al-Ummah Ubay ibn Ka'b, once he came to Masjid, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said to him, Iqra alayya ibn Ka'b. Ubay, recite Quran. So he said, Ya Rasulullah, awa aqra'u alayka wa alayka unzil. It came down to you, Allah sent it to you. Should I recite it to you the Holy Quran? So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Hakaza umirtu ya Ubay. I have been ordered and commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like this, to listen to recitation. So Ubay ibn Ka'b, he posed another question. Allahu sammani? Allah mentioned my name? That listen from Ubay? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Na'am. You were coming. Jibreel came to me and he said that Ya Rasulullah, Ubay is coming. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, tell Ubay to recite and listen to his recitation. And then Ubay ibn Ka'b in his whole life, he was proud of that status of him. He was telling people, for example, to Mufti Ijaz Sahab, that yes, you are a big alim, but Allah mentioned my name. So Zakarahumullah fi man inda. So anyhow, coming to the point, you are, alhamdulillah, in Dore Hadith. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the proper knowledge of Quran and Sunnah. Now I was mentioning there in Darus Salam that Quran and Hadith, that is not Sharia. But hold on, don't jump on me and don't declare me as a kafir. That Qazi Fazl Ullah came and he denied Quran and Hadith to be Sharia. So there I insisted twice that this is not Sharia. Neither Quran is Sharia, nor Hadith is Sharia. So there also the student became alert, not yellow, red alert. That's why I was afraid of fatwa then. Because we are very strict in fatwa. Yes, we are very strict in fatwa. I was telling somewhere that our Shaykh Rahmatullah alayh, once he said in Urdu language, some of you understand Urdu language. Yes, of course. You understand? Yes. Okay. So anyhow, in Urdu language, because if I will translate that, so it will not give us the same sense as I am referring to. So our Shaykh said, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, pattar ka ke. Because in English, pattar ka ke, this word of eating for stone is not used there. So that's why I cannot translate. That pattar ka ke, काफिरों को मुसलमान बना देते और हम हलवा का के मुसलमानों को काफिर बनाते हैं. For halwa and sweet paste, the ka ke means eating. That is used. But for stone, nobody is eating stones. Yes, but in Urdu, the same word is used, pattar ka. That Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was suited with stone, but he was making kafir and turning them to Islam. And he said that we are eating sweet dish and making Muslim a kafir. So that's why I said that I have a little bit fear, because the Mullah Sahiban, they are jumping to fatwa very soon. So anyhow, I mentioned there that neither Quran is a book of Sharia, nor Hadith is a book of Sharia. I told there that Hidayah is a book of Sharia in Fiqh Hanafi. Mughni of Ibn Qadama, that is a book of Sharia. I'm not referring to the second book of Ibn Qadama in Usul Al Hadith, because he has two Mughnis. One is in Fiqh Hanbali, and the second one is Ilmul Hadith. Al-Mughni Ibn Qadama. You have seen it. You can visit your library. Maybe you will find it there. Or if not here in library, just go to Mufti Ajaz Sahab, and I will give you a fatwa. He has a big library. You can steal books there from. Your hand will never be cutted because you are students of Quran. There is no hadan, no alim and student of Quran if he will steal a book of deen. Because the shubha is there. Al-Hudud wal-Qisas, Tandar bil-Shubhat, that he has stolen the book for his benefit, dini benefit. Yes, haram is haram. That is a stealing. That is a theft. But the only thing is that had is dropped because of shubha. Yes. So anyhow, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, so I was mentioning there that Hidayah is the book of Sharia in Fiqh Hanafi. Let me tell you one thing, and that is that once I was saying that on the day of judgment, Imam Abu Hanifa will be proud of Saheb Hidayah, the way he argued for his mazhab. You cannot find such a book in Fiqh Hanafi like Hidayah. The concise book, not that much big a book, yet, but the way he is arguing for every single issue, that is something else. That when he brings forth the matan, and what is that matan? Matan of Hidayah. Yeah, Jazakallah. Got it? So he is bringing matan from the text of Quduri and Al-Jami al-Saghir of Imam Muhammad, rahimahumullah. So anyhow, right after that, when he mentions the matan, so he says Khilaf al-Shafi'i. Even though in certain cases, what he mentioned there, attributed to Imam Shafi'i, it is not his mazhab. That's either mazhab Ahmad bin Hanbal or mazhab Imam Malik. But I think that he had a dispute with Shafi'i there in Central Asia, so that's why I say Khilaf al-Shafi'i. Yes, and sometimes the ulama, they are making mistake because misconception come there. Yes, but mostly that is the maslak of Imam Shafi'i. So he says Khilaf al-Shafi'i. So I was giving them a joke that one mullah said, he completed Hidayah. He asked his teacher that what this book of Hidayah is for. He said this book of deen, because metaphorically we say book of deen. Every fiqh book is book of deen. Usul Ul Fiqh book of deen. Yeah, he said this book of deen. I said that the masail there, these are the deeni masail. So he said, of course, these are the deeni masail. Of course, these are deeni masail. So then, so Shaykh Sahib, you are sitting there in the back. So anyhow, so he said that this is book of deen. He said that every masla is that of deen. He said, of course. He said that in every deeni masla, this Imam Shafi rahmatullah alayhi, he is a khilaf with deeni masla. Should we not declare him as a kafir? He said, fear Allah. What are you talking about? This is ilmi ikhtilaf. This is ilmi ikhtilaf. So anyhow, I was referring to that I mentioned there that neither Quran is book of Sharia nor Hadith is book of Sharia. These are sources of Sharia. Then I posed a question there. That's why in the beginning of every book of Usul Ul Fiqh, we say Mabad, فَإِنَّ أُصُولَ الشَّرْعِ. You study Usul Shashi or not? In Nur al-Anwar? Yes, that is there. فَإِنَّ أُصُولَ الشَّرْعِ أَرْبَعَةٌ. فَإِنَّ أُصُولَ الشَّرْعِ أَرْبَعَةٌ. Yes, in Usul Al-Fiqh, there is one famous book, very difficult book, that's why we dropped it from course. Because everything difficult, we are dropping it from course. So anyhow, so that book is called Al-Husami. So Husamuddin, he has mentioned فَإِنَّ أُصُولَ الشَّرْعِ ثَلَاثَةٌ. So don't jump on him. That Husami, he is going against Jumhur. All of them, they say Usul al-Shar'i arba'atun. Sahib Husami says Usul al-Shar'i salasatun. So he says فَإِنَّ أُصُولَ الشَّرْعِ salasatun. Then he says وَرَابِعُهَا الْقِيَاسِ. So the students asked me why he changed the uslub. I said actually for a ilmi point. They said what's that ilmi point? I say that he is actually referring to that these three al-kitab wa sunnah wa ijma' al-ummah, they are qat'i sources. And qiyas, that is a zanni source. So he is giving us an extra tip for free. We are thankful to Husamuddin. Yes, that he gave us an extra tip. That the three, these are qat'iyya. The fourth one is zanni. So I said that Quran and Sunnah, these are the sources of Sharia. But Quran, we should not say only to make you understand. It has ibham. Otherwise Allah says, وَتَفْسِيلَ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. Ibham in a sense, complications. And I mentioned there that in Quran and Tafsir, we are classifying the ayat of Quran into three categories. So we say that one is muhkamat, the other one is mutashabihat, and the third one is muqatta'at. And I mentioned there that in Holy Quran Allah says in one ayah, Kitabun uhkimat ayatuhu. So it means the whole kitab is muhkam. And another ayah Allah says Kitabun mutashabihat taqsha'irru minhu julud. So the whole kitab is mutashabih. But in third place he says minhu ayatul muhkamatun hunna ummul kitab wa ukhra mutashabihat. Now this is a complication. That this is a contradiction in Quran. Somewhere it claims that I am muhkam, somewhere it said that I am mutashabih, and somewhere it said that some of my ayat are muhkam and some are mutashabih. So which concept is the true one and the right one? I said there is no contradiction. There is no interpretation is different. That minhu ayatul muhkamatun hunna ummul kitab wa ukhra mutashabihat. Kitabun uhkimat ayatu, kitabun mutashabihat. So mutashabih is the meaning of mutamasil, that its ayat in its application are mutamasil, all alike. Number one. And kitabun uhkimat ayatuhu. So I told the brothers, they write down beneath this word uhkimat, imtala'at or muli'at, imtala'at or muli'at hikmatan. That every single ayah of Quran, that is full of hikmah. Got it? Or uhkimat ayatuhu, ihkam in the meaning of strengthening. That its ayat have been strengthened in a sense that nobody can bring any change to a single ayah of Quran, even to a single word, or even to a single punctuation. Otherwise, enemies are a lot. The whole world is full of the enemies of Quran. But in these 1500 years, anybody has ever brought any change to Quran? Say, in India, a beautiful Quran was printed. There was only one kalima missing, alayhi. What? In print, that was missing. Alayhi. Even though the matba', the printing people, they said that we will paste it there. Yes, small pieces. Alayhi. We'll fix it there. But the ulama said no. That's a disrespect to Quran. The pasted one, if it fall down, so we lose one kalima. Alayhi in this mushaf. So anyhow, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken the responsibility. Inna nahnu nazzalna zikr wa inna lahu lahafizun. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in a hadith narrated by Imam Tirmidhi and Darimi, even though Imam Tirmidhi there says وقال الترمذي في الحارث مقال. So in so many ruwat there is maqal. Yes. And that is actually ihtiyat of Ilmul Hadith. I have written a small book in this regard. التثبت والاحتياط في الرواة والروايات. التثبت والاحتياط في الرواة والروايات. So just make a dua, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to print it. So anyhow, that hadith narrated by Haris Awar, that Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala, he moved the capital from Medina to Kufa. And Masjid al-Kufa, that was built up by Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas radiallahu ta'ala. Besides that, anybody who has visited Kufa? Somebody was asking me that, Shaykh, any good thing you have done in your life? I said that I don't remember I have ever done good thing in my life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me tawfiq. He said, no, mention worthy. I said, yes, one thing is mention worthy. I tried to my best to visit Ardul Quran. That whatever is mentioned in the Quran, I tried to my best if I can visit. So I was there in Kufa. And the Imam there, even though mostly the people there are Shia, yes, so the Imam was Shia as well. So he was giving me a visit of masjid. That masjid was built up by Sayyidina Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas. When the area was conquered by Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas in the time of Sayyidina Umar, radiyallahu ta'ala an, he built up Darul Imara and Governor House there, and also this big masjid, Masjid al-Kufa. Then Sayyidina Ali radiyallahu ta'ala, when he took the capital from Medina to Kufa, so that Darul Imara turned to Darul Khalafa, because the Khalifa was sitting there. And Sayyidina Ali, he was the Imam of that masjid as a Khalifa, and he got killed there in Salati Fajr. Yes, and there they have put a glass cabinet, and on that glass cabinet it is written, Mawzi' Istishhad Al-Imam Ali alayhi salam. If their term is Masjid Al-Istishhad, Masjid Istishhad Al-Imam Ali alayhi salatu wa salam. That's what they have written there. So anyhow, that Imam Sahib, he was giving me a visit. So he said that هذا المسجد هو المسجد الذي بناه سيدنا سعد بن أبي وقاص رضي الله عنه في عهد سيدنا عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله تعالى عنه. وهذه هي المدرسة التي كان يدرس فيها الإمام جعفر عليه السلام. وكان إمامكم الإمام نعمان بن ثابت يدرس تحت نظارته. He was a student here. So I had 2-3 brothers with me. They were from Pakistan as well. So they were saying that this is a good Shia. So I said, what do you mean? He said, because how respectfully he is mentioning the name of Sa'd ibn Waqqas, and the name of Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, and even the name of Imam Abu Hanifa. I said, Allah knows he is a good or not. But I said that this is a fear. I said Saddam Hussein does not allow these type of disputes. Yes, and he knows that in next half an hour I will be picked up and I am gone. Where? To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you are creating a fitna. So anyhow, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, coming back to the point that Quran and Sunnah. So now Quran has ambiguity in a sense, that complication. You have to explain it. So كتاب متشابه متماثلة وحكمت آياته امترأت أو ملئت حكمة منه آيات محكمات هن الكتاب وأخرى متشابهات. So I was telling the students in Dars that منه آيات متشابهات. We categorize the ayat of Quran to 3 categories. محكمات are ayat where the meaning, little meaning, and the sense. Like as you know, in Nahu, you study Kafi or not? No? Kafi ibn Hajar?
We study Mulajami.
Oh, that's good. Yes. Mulajami. And you know Shaykh Mufti Hassa and Shaykh Amin Sahib. They will tell you the story. That Mulajami's son, he came to Ibn Hajib, yes, to study Kafiya with him. When he introduced himself, so he said that your father is a Persian poet. What you are doing with Nahu? Yes. What your father does not know Nahu. So what are you doing with Nahu? So he came back. He told his father that Ibn Hajib told me like this. He did not accept me. He didn't take my form. For example, to make you understand, because now in Idara, you have to fill up the form that he did not give me the admission. He said, why? That he said like this. He said, okay. He said, just wait 1 week. So in 1 week, he wrote this whole book. He wrote this whole book. The name of his son was Ziauddin. What? Say, his name of his son was Ziauddin. So he named this Shaykh what we call Mullah Jami, Mullah Abdul Rahman Jami. Yes, but that is not the actual name. The actual name is Al-Fawaid Al-Diyaiya Ala Al-Kafiya Li Ibn Al-Hajib. So 1 week later, he brought the book and he said, Baba, give me this book. When he opened it, Alhamdulillah, Salatu ala Nabi, ala kulli hadi ila sahih. And then he said, Al-Kalimatu lafzun, Udi ali ma'anan mufradin, mufradan. What? وهي اسم وفعل وحرف. Another one. He said, when he wrote it, he said, when I went back, he said, oh my God, I was thinking wrong. He's my teacher. So anyhow, that's a good book. And I am very happy that you study. Otherwise, in Pakistan, they dropped it even from Madaris. Shaykh Mullah Jami. Yes, I asked them that why? They said very difficult. So I said that tomorrow you will say that Bukhari is difficult, you will drop that. And maybe next in future, 2-3 years later, you will say that Quran is very difficult. So we'll abrogate and repeal it. So anyhow, so Quran and Sunnah, I was referring to menu ayatul muhkamatun, hunna ummul kitab, wa ukhar mutashabihat. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He made a division that some of the ayat are muhkamat and some are mutashabihat. So here the interpretation is different. That muhkamat are ayat, mafhumatul ma'ani, wal murad, wal mafahim. That those ayat, a literal Arabic guy who knows literary Arabic language. So he knows the literal meaning and also the sense. Got it? And mutashabihat, where the literal meaning is known. The literal meaning is known, but the sense is not known. For sense, they have to approach Mufti Ajaz Sahib or the other ulama or Shaykh Amin. That Shaykh, what it means? Ar-Rahmanu ala al-Arsh istawa. These are from mutashabihat. Yadullah fawqa aydihim. This is from mutashabihat. Allah's hand, how long that is? Made of flesh and bones? It has how many fingers? Nails are there or not? Ar-Rahmanu ala al-Arsh istawa. How he is sitting on the chair or on arsh? Yes, his legs are hanging and these are mutashabihat. Otherwise, the very little meaning is known. Ar-Rahmanu ala al-Arsh istawa. He rose over the throne. Yes, but what the sense is? What? The sense is for that he has to come to someone who has studied. Number one, Al-Aqidatul Tahawiyya. Number two, Aqidatul Imam Al-Nasafi, Umar ibn Mahmud Al-Nasafi. You know him or not? Yes, Sahib Kanzul Daqaiq. You know him or not? Al-Aqidatul Nasafiyya. Sahib Kanzul Daqaiq. What is his name? Umar ibn Mahmud Al-Nasafi. And let me tell you another relation of him. He is the teacher of Sahib Hidayah. Sahib Hidayah, Allah Marinani, he was the student of Umar ibn Mahmud al-Nasafi. So Umar ibn Mahmud al-Nasafi is a great alim. He has a famous tafsir by the name of Madarik al-Tanzil. Yes, Madarik al-Tanzil lil Imam Umar ibn Mahmud al-Nasafi. So anyhow, I was saying that muhkamat. So in Aqaid, this is a disputed issue. I went there to one area of ours in Pakistan that is called Swat, very famous, called Switzerland of East. Switzerland, very beautiful area. So tall mountains are there, almost touching the sky. Yes, the clouds are beneath the mountains. Got it? So there I went. So after this, not only in one place, in a few places, the sawalat and questions were coming. That question was common there, that where is Allah? So I said, oh my God, here this problem is debated a lot. Then why they are putting the iman of people on stake? This type of debates and munazara in general public, we are actually making them confused. That's a case of classroom. That's not a case of general public dais. That you have to do. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayh, he became angry with Amr ibn Ubaid. With who? You know Amr ibn Ubaid. Who is Amr ibn Ubaid? The great Imam Mu'tazila. Yes? And who brought to public debates these issues of Ilmul Kalam? The Mu'tazila. They were the first one. That's why Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayh, when he was passing away, he made a wasiyah to his son. What was the name of his son? Hamad. Hamad ibn Abi Hanifa. Why he named his son Hamad? Yeah, teacher named Hamad ibn Abi Sulaiman, rahmatullahi alayh. So anyhow, Hamad ibn Abi Hanifa, so he was giving him some wasaya. I have written somewhere those 20 wasaya. How many? 20. So one of these 20 wasaya is, he was telling him, never get in debate. Never get in debate, and especially in Ilmul Kalam. Don't do it. So he said, Baba, but you are doing it. Baba, but you, and these Mu'tazila were running like coyotes are running from dogs. So they were running from Abu Hanifa like that. Got it? And Abu Yusuf rahmatullah alayhi says that in debate or munazara, we were feeling sorry for any Imam of Mu'tazila when he was sitting in front of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi, because time and again he was trying his sweat. Yes, we were feeling sorry. And the way his complexion was changing from red to yellow and yellow to black, so we were feeling sorry very for that guy. But the moment he was very much close to get defeated, Imam said, yes, Imam, the job is done, inshallah, we understand. Yes. So we asked Imam, that Imam, you pushed him to wall, and now you had to hit his head on the wall. He said, at least, he is a alim. Even though he is a bid'at, but he is a alim. I don't want to put a alim in front of general public that much down. This is iman. He said, even though he is a mubtadi', but he is a alim. I don't want, actually, he said that my purpose and aim was to make him to understand the issue. So that's why when he was very close to defeat, I stopped it. And he understood that what the real case is. And that was my aim and purpose, to make him to understand. So he said that, Hamad, I never went after anyone. Or, yes, I never followed or chased anyone. But when they came to me, so there was no way out but only to debate. So that's why I did it. That's why I did it. Otherwise, he became that much angry with Amr ibn Ubaid. He was not making bad dua for anyone, but he said, Qatal Allah Amr ibn Ubaid. May Allah perish this Amr ibn Ubaid. جاء بالجوهر والعرض والكلام إلى كلام الناس. That he is the man who brought this jawhar and araz regarding deen, that Allah is jawhar or he is araz. If he is araz, he is fi mawzu'in or not. If he is jawhar, so he is fi hiyazin or not. يحتاج إلى الحيز or not. He said, what is this guy brought this to the talk of general public? And he said, especially kalam, that is qadim or that is hadith. That's the attribute of Allah or that is not. So anyhow, منه آيات محكمات هن الكتاب وأخر متشابهات. Let me tell you one thing. So Imam Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayhi says that once we were sitting with Imam and some noise was heard there inside, where we were sitting in dars with Imam rahmatullahi alayhi. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi told me, Yaqub, this was the proper name of Abu Yusuf. Yaqub, just go, what's going on? Said, I came out, I said, what's going on? They told me, I went back, that some people are there and they have two Maulvi Sahiban, two Shaykh with them. Two Shaykh. And so many people. Said, what they say? They said that we want to meet Imam. Said, just bring them. So they came. Imam rahmatullahi alayhi asked them, what's going on? He said that these are two Maulvi Sahiban. These are two Maulvi Sahiban. So this one says that Kalam is Qadim. The other one says Kalam is Hadith. He says prayer behind this Mullah Sahib is not okay. And he said prayer behind that one is not okay. Your prayer is not done. So we are confused. should we pray behind this one or behind this one? And Imam was considered authority. When he will say this one, so that is done, the other one was gone. So Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi said, don't pray behind both of them. Yes, just find another one. So he said that people left. Abu Yusuf said, Rahmatullahi alayhi, I asked Imam that Imam, one was okay who said that Kalam is Qadim. The other one was Bid'ati who said Kalam is Hadith. So one was okay, but you said don't pray behind. He said that these two stupids, they are putting the Iman of people on stake. That this is a matter in the classroom or in general public. That they brought it to the general public. So anyhow, منه آيات المحكمات هن الكتاب وأخر متشابهات. So now محكمات مفهومة المعاني and مفهومة المراد and متشابه مفهومة المعاني, little meaning is known, but the murad is not known. As I mentioned, يد الله فوق أيديهم or الرحمن على العرش استوى. So when I was there, they were asking me a question. So I'm making jokes a lot. So I said that, brother, I came to these tall mountains. I was looking for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that maybe he will be sitting somewhere on a tall mountain. But you lost him as well. You didn't find him. Yes, so then there I answered, but I told them that, inshallah, I will try my best. So then I wrote a book in Arabic, أين الله هنا أو أم هناك أو عند قفاك. أين الله هنا أم هناك أو عند قفاك. Then I wrote another version in Urdu, खुदा कहाँ है. And a third one in English, does God exist? And if he exists, where he is. So anyhow, coming back to the point that Quran and Hadith both, these are not Sharia. These are the source of Sharia. And from source of Sharia, the jurists and the mujtahideen, they have the right to deduce the rules and laws therefrom. Imam Awza'i, Rahmatullah, Imam Sulaiman ibn Mihran Amash, once he related a hadith. And then Abu Hanifa was a student, Rahimahullah. Imam Malik was a student as well. Imam Amash, very big name, very great name. وَبِي قَالَ حَدَّثَنَا الْأَعْمَشِ. You know or not? A lot. وَبِي قَالَ حَدَّثَنَا الْأَعْمَشِ. Sulaiman ibn Mihran Amash, Rahimahullah, great muhaddis. So he said that, Noman? He said, yes, Shaykh. He said that any deduction from this hadith is a normal talk of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Hadith was that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he came to the house of Sulaim, radiyallahu ta'ala anha. Sulaim and Haram both were the aunties of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They were related to Sayyidah Amina. So that's why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to call them Khala. They both were sisters. And they were in love with the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was feeling relaxed in their house. So sometime when he was coming out after Ishraq from Masjid, so he used to go either to the house of Haram or to the house of Sulaim. And they were very much happy making some breakfast for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam came there. So there was a cage and a bird was there inside. Got it? And that was a quail. What? Quail, which is called nughair in Arabic. In English, quail. In Urdu, batair. So, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked Anas, radiyallahu ta'ala, the son of Sulaim, liman hada? Whose bird is this? So his small brother, Yatim, he said, Yatim. This for Yatim. This for Yatim. So anyhow, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam didn't say anything else. Next day when he came, Yatim was sitting there on ground in dirt, leaning to a wall, but very upset. So Sayyidina Anas, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked him, Anas, ماذا حدث? Why Yatim is that much upset? He said, Ya Rasulullah, mata nughair. The quail died. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam turned to Yatim and came there. He sat on ground with Yatim. And he did like this. And he said, Ya Aba Umair, ma fa'ala al-nughair. Ya Aba Umair, ما فعل. So that was Baba Maja fi Mazah Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Only Mazah. Yes. Talk in light mode. Yes. To make him relax. Ya Aba Umair, ma fa'al al-Nughayr. So Imam Amash asked him, is there any fiqh there? Because you are bringing out fiqh from everywhere. So is there any? Or this just a mazah? So Imam Abu Hanif rahmatullah alayhi says, Shaykh, lot of fiqh is there. He said, what is there? What type of fiqh is there? He said, number one. And that was the maslak of Sulaiman ibn Imran Amash, so he did ta'ris to his teacher. He said, number one, Haram Madani is not like Haram Makki. Haram Madani is not like Haram Makki, otherwise in hadith narrated by Imam Tirmidhi, just go there. I have written a book in Arabic, Urdu and English both. Al-Hajj wal-Umrah fil Mazahib al-Arba'a. Mazahib al-Arba'a or Hajj and Umrah. Hajj and Umrah according to all four schools of jurisprudence. So anyhow, there I mentioned this hadith as well. Because that is for academic purpose, so that's why I had to. So anyhow, Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi said that there is a lot of fiqh. Number one, because Jumhur say that Haram Madani, it has the same rules as Haram Makki. Yes? وَلَا يُخْتَلَى خَلَاهُ وَلَا يُصَادُ صَيْدُهُ. That hunting there in Haram Makki is not allowed. So Jumhur say that hunting in Haram Madani is also not allowed. Cutting a tree, a plot there in Haram Makki, that is not allowed. So that said in Haram Madani is not also not allowed. In Haram Madani is also, and so many other things. But Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi says, Haram Madani is haram in the meaning of a respected and respectable place. So in respect, yes, that is haram. But as far as law, fiqh and rules are concerned, so the rules of Madani Haram is not the rules of Haram Makki. Otherwise, we have to make a tawaf there also somewhere. Or to make a sa'i there also. Or to do a waquf and things like that. But all these things are not there because that is jawab hakimana. That is and jawab hakimana. Hakimana, when you are pushing someone to wall. So if that is like Haram Makki, why you are not making tawaf here? One simple man, Shaykh Amin Sahib from our area, he was Pashto. So he went for Hajj. So in Sa'i, he fell down and stampeded almost close to death. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he helped him. But he was in trauma. They said, oh Allah, if it happened to again, so I am gone. But the job was done and they went to Medina. So when they visited the masjid and said salam to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and came out, so he asked the leader of the group that with a big fear feeling, yeah, he was said, now what? Like, now what? He said, now we are going back to our iqamah, to the hotel. In the prayer, he was very much afraid of Sa'i because he fell down and stampeded and close to death. Yes, so he had that fear here also. Yes, if there is another Sa'i and I fell down. Yes, so he asked him, because in our simple approach, Shaykh Amin Sahib, in our simple approach, the Sa'i we don't call Sa'i. We the Pashtun, we call it Safa Marwa. I am doing Safa Marwa. Yes, we are saying in normal talk and slang language, I am doing Sa'i. We don't say that. We say, I am doing where you are. So we say, I am doing Safa Marwa. So he said, but when will be Safa Marwa? In Medina. He said, brother, here in Medina is no Safa Marwa. In Medina, there is no Safa Marwa. So he looked at the dome of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, actually you are the Rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That you do not have neither Safa nor Marwa. Allah almost killed me there in Safa Marwa. But I got a narrow escape. So anyhow, Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says that number one, Haram Madani is not like, even though Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, Inna Allah harrama Makkah wa inni حرمت المدينة وإن حرمها ما بين عير إلى صور فمن أحدث فيه حدثا أو آوى فيه محدثا وفي رواية مبتدعا فعليه لعنة الله والملائكة والناس أجمعين لا يقبل الله منه صرفا ولا عدلا أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام رواه الترمذي. So my dear respected brothers and dear students, Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says that another thing, that in Haram Madani the rules are not that of Haram Makki. That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam never condemned the bird in cage. Otherwise that is Haram Makki, to have a bird there in cage. But in Haram Madani that's not the case. And number 3, that having a bird in cage and taking care of its food and drink, so that is allowed. Otherwise having a bird in cage, that would not have been allowed because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam condemned it. That release it, why you put it in cage? And another thing, coming frequently to the house of your relative, that is also allowed. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was coming frequently to the house of Sulaim and Haram because they were his aunties. And furthermore, when the small kid, he was upset, so you must not ignore him. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam took a notice of him. And he asked Anas what happened to him. And number 5, naming someone as yatim, that is also allowed. He was not an orphan. Abu Talha was alive. The husband of Sulaim, he was alive. So he was not yatim, but his name was yatim or nickname was yatim. Got it? Maybe he was a miskin look guy, so that's why they called him yatim. Yeah, someone, he has both parents and he is well okay, but his nature is very miskin. His nature, we had one doctor, he was a professor of internal medicine and specialist in UCLA, which is the well-known medical college there. He was in Jama'ah, but when he was in Jama'ah, so he was having a brown color kameez and a khaki color shirt and a very miskin type. And one of my mamu, he was visiting me from Pakistan. And he was a army officer. So he was visiting. So we went to Ijtima. He was visiting us. I said, Mama, let's go. Mamu, we call him Mama. So I said, Mama, let's go. So he said, okay. So Dr. Saheb, Rahimahullah, passed away. So he was very cold. And that was on, the Ijtima was there on a shore in a Air Force anchor. So very cold. So at night, he was making tea again and again and bringing it to us. And sometime he was boiling milk, bringing it to us. That very cold and take it in. The next day, when dua was done, so my mamu, he said that everywhere the poor people, they are the men. I say, whoa, what? He said that this poor guy, the old man, how much he took care of us. So before leaving, I have to help him. I say, okay. So I said, what do you have? He said, I want to give him $20-40, this poor guy, to help him. To give him $20-40. Yeah, I said, come on, give it to me, I will give it to him. He said, I want to give it to him myself. I said, no, come on. I told him, Mamu, he is a professor in UC. He said, what? You are joking? He is looking a homeless. So I say, he's a professor here in UCLA. He is internal medicine specialist. Yes, sometime me and Tariq, we were visiting when he was in his last moment. That the last time when we were visiting him, he said, Qazi said, if you are going somewhere out of state or out of city, so please just have a contact number because I'm not feeling good. And you are bound to pray my Salati Janazah. So I was making jokes with him. I said, Dr. Saheb, yes, if you will die and I'm not here. So his son is also doctor. So I said that Hafidhahullah, he has to freeze you. Yes, when I will come back, it doesn't matter a month later or 2 months later, because nobody is allowed to pray your Salati Janazah but only me. So he took it literally, and he said to his son, at night, he said to his son, that look, yeah, just trace Qazi said, if he is not here, so just take me to the mortuary and tell them that he will be here. As long as Qazi said is not there, when he will come back, he will pray my janazah. Yes, and the next day, we received the telephone, the doctor said at night he passed away. So then we went for his janazah. So anyhow, next time I told doctor said that my mamu was saying that, he said next time I will see that I will ask for that money. So next time when Mamu came, so we went to masjid, Doctor said, brought his Jamaat to our masjid. So he asked him, he said, Major Sahib, he said, yes. He said, where are my $40? He said, Doctor said, don't make fun of me. So anyhow, Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, he said that Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, he asked about that small boy, that what's going on. These are akhlaqiyat. This another fiqh. And then Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, furthermore, he said to Sulaiman ibn Mihran Amash that not only that he noticed, he came to the small boy, he sat on ground. What a personality, the utmost perfect personality in the creation of Allah. He was sitting on dirt with that small boy. And number 7, that Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, he patted his cheeks. So even though a small child, if he is not your own or related to you, so as a love and shafaqa, you can do like this, but not in America, otherwise child abuse, 911. So don't do that here. So anyhow, yes, so he said that that is also allowed. Nobody is allowed to make an objection in this regard. Why you patted the cheeks of my daughter or my son? Got it? And so anyhow, when Imam Rahmatullah alayhi, he mentioned 11 or 12 points, so Sulaiman ibn Mihran Amash, he said, Ya Nu'man, Ya ma'ashar al-fuqaha, antum al-atibba, wa nahnu al-sayadila. Antum al-atibba, you are doctors. Wa nahnu al-sayadila, we are pharmacists. So pharmacist has a bunch of medicine, but he doesn't know neither diagnosis nor prescription. Can he prescribe? Say, legally he is allowed? Say, can he diagnose? Legally he is allowed? So he said that we have a big bunch of hadith, that's why you are studying here. But we don't know how to prescribe this. So anyhow, our Shaykh Rahmatullahi alayh, he was telling us that human body, human has flesh and bones. Bones, these are the solid things. And flesh is the very soft thing. And soft is not pasted very easily to very solid thing. So Allah put membrane in between. Allah put what? You know membrane? You know membrane or not? Yes, you know, you are learned people. More learned than me. I'm just like a student in front of you people. So the membrane, even though that is very thin, yes, it is very thin, but its nature is soft and hard both. So based on hard nature, it is holding the bone. And based on soft nature, it is holding the flesh. Otherwise, if that membrane would not have been there in between, so our flesh would have gone down. Yes. And you would have become a skeleton. Yes, that is the membrane which is holding. So Shaykh Rahmatullah alayh, he said that actually fiqh, there's a membrane in between Quran and Sunnah. Holding Quran from this side and Hadith from this side. So that membrane is much more important. And these Aimmas, rahimahullah, they have done that thing. Ya ma'ashar al-tibba, ya ma'ashar al-fuqaha, antum al-tibba, wa nahnu al-sayadila. That we are, and that what Shaykh Amin and Mufti Ajaz Sahab and all these other ulama, when they are teaching you Mishkatul Masabih, are teaching you Bukhari, and not Bukhari that much, because in ulama they want mostly the fiqh discussion, and differences of imams and their mustadallat are their mustanadat, that is discussed and debated mostly there in the book of Imam Tirmizi. Yes or not? And Imam Bukhari, we are only connecting the narration chain. Yes, we are only connected the narration. And sometimes I make a joke that sometimes it happened that one alim, yes, he referred to other, and he referred to this one. That hadith there in Tirmizi, and Shaykh Ajaz, he has discussed the issue. And then in Shaykh Ajaz, in Tirmizi, he is coming on that hadith. Shaykh Amin in Bukhari, he has discussed, and no one has discussed here. So sometimes that is skipped without discussion. Yes, because nobody knows that what Shaykh Amin said in this hadith in Bukhari and what Mufti Ajaz said in this hadith in Tirmizi. So anyhow, but as a whole, that is discussed in one way or the other. By one Shaykh or by other, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of them, say Ameen. So anyhow, my dear respected brothers and dear students, you are lucky people. You are talabatul ilm. Now I was making joke there in Darus Salam that I was giving dars back home there in our Mother Ilmi, Darul Haqqaniya. So I said there that all students, they are awliyaullah. All students of Quran and Sunnah, they are what? Say, awliya. Why? Because they are studying Quran and Sunnah, which is deen. Which is? Deen, number one. And number two, they don't have these material desires. They are not looking for money and for dollars and for houses and for beautiful cars and this and that and that and that. Because, yes, young people. Yeah. So this is walaya, that you are doing deen and having no material desires. This is walaya. Yes. And I looked at the ulama there, that we do apology to all of you. We do apology to all of you, the ulama, you are my elders. That all students of Quran and Sunnah, they are awliya. In ulama, I am looking for wali somewhere. So they laughed. They said, why? There is no wali. I said that maybe there are awliya, but we don't know them. They said, why? I said, because we are in practical world. When you are graduate, so then the next thing is that you will get married. When you will get married, so then you will beget children. When you have family, then you will be in need of money. Because need and necessities are there. And when needs and necessities, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us, say Ameen. So greed and miserliness will overtake you. And when greed and miserliness is there, wilayat will never come into existence. So he said there are so many. That's why the deen is going on and deen is alive. So many ulama. All these ulama, they are awliyaullah. Al-ulama, warasatul anbiya. They are the warasa or anbiya. وَإِنَّ الْأَنْبِيَاءَ لَمْ يُوَرِّثُوا دِينَارًا وَلَا دِرْهَمًا وَإِنَّمَا وَرَّثُوا الْعِلْمَ فَمَنْ أَخَذَهُ أَخَذَ بِحَظٍّ وَافِرٍ رواه الترمذي كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. So anyhow, you are lucky people that you are studying the deen of Allah. And we are very thankful to these mashayikh, especially here in this institution, to Shaykh Amin. That this big building, and now they have purchased another new building. Where from the money came? It doesn't mean that Shaykh Amin at night he is sitting on a machine and he is making dollars, and then he is paying all that. No, he is requesting people, or the people are looking at his services, so they put their trust in him and they are giving him money, and that's why your expenses, your books, your food, your drink, everything is provided by the madrasa. Where from it comes, we are very thankful to these ulama. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. I don't want to prolong furthermore, because we'll be catching our flight as well. I am very thankful to Shaykh Amin, to Mufti Ijaz, to all these ulama, to all the students, even the janitor if he is working here in this madrasa, because everybody has his own contribution. Everybody has his own contribution. So all of them, we are thankful to them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the proper ilm and proper knowledge of Quran and Sunnah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على رسوله محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم ربنا أحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها وأجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة. اللهم ربنا أعطنا علما نافعا وعملا متقبلا ورزقا طيبا وشفاء من كل داء. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع ومن قلب لا يخشع ومن نفس لا تشبع ومن دعاء لا يسمع. اللهم ربنا إنا نعوذ بك من جهد البلاء ومن درك الشقاء ومن شماتة الأعداء ومن سوء القضاء. اللهم ربنا اهدنا واهد بنا واجعلنا هداة مهديين دعاة إلى سبيلك أو حماة الدين. اللهم اجعلنا من الراشدين الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.